There was a time you shared your third born.
Yeah.
He was undergoing a surgery. I'm not really sure about it. I would like us to talk about it.
Adenoids. That's actually another reason why I was very strict with what he has to eat, because certain things were causing the adenoids to flare up. Sugary things, sodas, biscuits, and stuff like that. Milk as well. We actually just found out he's allergic to milk, so that makes his nose run like crazy. So those were the things which also caused me to, fix his diet properly. But yeah, we had that surgery done. It was a while back, huh? No, it wasn't a while back. It was late last year. Yeah, in December. So we had that surgery. It went well. I don't know, is something I feel like came from my side of the family, because my brother had it, my sister had it, I had it. I was removed adenoids twice. Um, my niece on my brother's side has it. Yeah, like pretty much everyone in my side has had it. My firstborn had it, but his was controlled. My secondborn had it. We had to do surgery. And then Taita had it. We had to do surgery as well. I really hope Coco doesn't have it.
Hello guys, it's Mungai Eve. Welcome to the Mungai Eve Show. And of course, you're the #1 online TV show. And guys, today I'm right here at Nairobi Safari Club with my guest, one of the best fitness trainer in 254, Frankie mwenyewe. Nimemtafuta nikasema wacha akuja tufunze mambo ya health, nione kama anaweza ongeza kilo. Anyway, niko sawa? Wow, me I've never been big, but I'm big.
But you said you've added how many? 3 kgs?
4. I've always been 46. Right now, I'm 50. I'm so proud of
That's
myself.
a good start. It's a good start. It shows you look great.
Wow. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Wow. Let's get straight to fitness.
Yes.
Where did your passion about fitness came from?
Hey, fitness started at a very, very early age. I think I was about probably like 16. I used to play rugby a lot. I went to North Wales on a rugby scholarship. So fitness is everything that I knew. And then I ended up having a knee issue, which ended up removing me from playing professional rugby. And then that's when I realized, like, my life has taken a full 360. I've lost all the discipline that I had. I've lost the drive that I had, the goal and the vision that I had. And I had to figure out exactly who I am and what I stand for.
Okay, by the time you were stopping playing rugby, how old were you?
I was probably around 18. I was just about to enter university. Actually, I was in university at that time. So it was a transition from my A-levels into professional rugby, then took a left turn. So now I'm in uni. I'm partying like crazy because you end your life, you're uni, of course. School, I'm not even going to classes. I'm not doing it. Literally, I'm just wild. And then I had an epiphany one day. I was in a room full of people. Watu wanakunywa, watu wanapati. This is like 8 a.m. in the morning after a whole night out. And I looked outside. Sun can come through the crack of the window. The room went quiet. I just thought, I'm like, what am I doing? Like, I'm supposed to be here studying. My mom thinks of studying. She's spending money to put me here. I'm in Liverpool. That's, in UK. And I'm just like, I'm wasting my life away. I need to focus. That day I went, signed up to the gym, went to all my classes. I'd actually failed my first year. Then,
What were you pursuing?
so at that time I was doing business management. So I was studying business management. My first year, pretty much I was out. Then I registered for a resit for the whole year. Registered at the gym. I started working out. That gave me so much discipline. It made me turn down a lot of things. Like, let's say when people call me and say, hey, let's go partying, I'm thinking, okay, I can't go party because I have to go gym at this time. I have to eat this type of meal. So I can't even go out to the restaurants and eat. So I had to cook everything myself. It gave me that discipline and that structure within my life.
Were you uncomfortable with your body, or what pushed you to go to the gym?
I've never been really uncomfortable with my body. I've just always wanted to see how far I can push myself. So, because, I used to play rugby, so even with that came a certain physique that was naturally different from everyone else. So I was never, body conscious or whatever, but I feel like it was more of a mental state of I need structure and I need discipline. And the only thing that used to give me that was when I used to play rugby, we had that structure. Because unajua 5 a.m. unaamka, mnaenda gym, mna train before everyone else wakes up to actually go for breakfast and all that. You guys have already done so much. In the evening again, you guys are going for training or matches. So there's a structure to your life. There's certain things you can't do because later on you have to do this other thing. But when you take that away from me, and that's what I'm used to, it's kind of hard to find that structure by yourself. So the only way I could find that structure is by taking myself back to the basics. And the basics was fitness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you started the gym.
Yeah.
What was your goal?
Yeah, so initially it was just, to look good, feel great, get discipline, right? That was when I was in uni. That pretty much was just that, looking good, feeling great. Then I finished my first year. My first degree. When I finished my first degree, passed with honors, and then I was like, okay, what do I need to do? I wanted to even go on a gap year and just like travel the world and stuff like that. But I'd given myself a timeline. I said, if I don't get, a job and get a proper, because I was looking for a Schengen visa so I can be able to travel around. So if I don't get that visa as well, I might as well just continue studying. Fast forward, that didn't work. So I ended up doing my master's. And I did a master's in business management.
Same uni?
No, I went to Manchester. So I did international business management. So when I was there, again, I was thinking, okay, after this, what else am I going to do? And obviously, I'm not going to be going from master's to now PhD just because I don't have a plan, Yeah. So I was like, I really need a plan. I can't study forever. So then I decided, okay, while I'm doing my master's, I'm going to do an advanced diploma in sports nutrition. Reason being, at that time, I used to train a lot of my friends. I used to train my family members. Like, it was just a thing. Guys used to be like, hey, you're so fit. Help me out with the meal plan. Help me out with the workout plan. Let's train together. So I realized I was quite good at this because I was transforming people. Then I decided, okay, I'm going to do my advanced diploma in sports nutrition as I'm doing my master's in international business management. So I was literally, by day, I was going to a place called Rochdale in Manchester, studying there for my advanced diploma in sports nutrition. And then evening, I'd go all the way to Manchester Metropolitan University to study international business management. So I did that for about 11 months straight. So I was just switching over. Then when I got both qualifications, that's when I decided, I was like, right, I need to do this in the UK because UK is lucrative. There's a whole bunch of opportunities. The fitness industry is thriving like crazy. But something just told me, go back to Kenya on holiday. Okay. So I was like, okay.
Before we get to coming back to Kenya, why did you, mbona ulikuwa na feel you want to do it there in UK and not here in Kenya?
So in Kenya, at that time, there was literally no personal training. What I was looking to do was totally different to what was around. So there's, I've heard even when you introduced me, you said fitness trainer. Or you said fitness instructor or fitness trainer? Yeah. Fitness instructor. So a fitness instructor and a personal trainer are like, worlds apart. So a fitness instructor is, let's say, like a nurse, right? And a personal trainer is the doctor themselves, right? So there's a whole major difference between the two. But people don't usually see that difference. And that was a struggle with here. So you'd go to a gym and you'd find someone who's employed by the gym and, he just knows a few things because he's read it somewhere. You don't really need to be qualified to be a fitness instructor. You have to be just good at what you do, either through experience or through, reading from magazines and stuff like that. But you're there to just show an individual how to use the machinery, not really take them on a transformation journey. So that's a big difference. As a personal trainer,
I think it's a problem that probably some of us face, because you'll go to a gym
Yes.
and you'll get the machines and everything, but when you go back home, you eat the normal
Yes.
stuff that you're not
And
supposed
that's
to
the
be.
thing. That's the difference between the two, because a fitness instructor will be able to show you, hey, this machine is for your legs. You do this, and you work it like that. But they might not be able to break down exactly how many repetitions you require based on your injury, or they're not going to break down in terms of how many calories you require to consume based on your body type. So there are things which are more like a bit more scientific and advanced, rather than just like looking at someone and saying, hey, kula mboga na utoe nyama, achana na carbohydrates, you'll be good. It's way more in depth than that. So I realized there's no such thing as that in Kenya. And that's the reason why when I came back, I had a very tough decision to make, because in the UK, I'd already signed up for something which was amazing. So I had signed up for a cruise. Now this cruise I was supposed to be the personal trainer within that cruise. This cruise it's a massive ship, has huge gyms there, and you can actually sign up to be one of the trainers or the head trainer, right? And with that, you get to travel, because you're out in water for like 6 months, just doing your thing, traveling and enjoying yourself as you're working as well. And the pay is amazing. So I'd already signed up for that. That was already in the works. It was almost complete. But when I came back to Kenya, I was like, okay, I can do this thing, which is amazing and straightforward and easy, but I can also come back to Kenya, which is going to be difficult, but pioneer something great. And
How did you come back?
it literally 2014, I came back. No, 2013 is when I finished my my master's. Came back for holiday. I was gonna go back to extend my visa. I just canceled that plan. I went back for graduation and came back for good. And I said, let me try this out. Let me start something that hasn't been done. Pioneering something is super difficult, but once you do it, it's so fulfilling. It's so fulfilling because you understand the market to a different level. You can manipulate the market as much as possible. But before you get there, I was training people in Uhuru Park because gyms weren't allowing me to train people at their premises.
Why?
Because they're looking at me and they're saying, no, you are a fitness instructor. And I'm like, no, I'm a personal trainer. I'll bring clients to you. I'll pay you guys a discounted rate, of course. Let's say if the gym is charging 5,000, I'll give them, let's say 3,000. And then whatever I charge my client, that's up to me, right? And I train them there. So I'm doing marketing for you. I'm training the person for you, so you literally have no labor cost. All I'm using is your premises. Similar to what we do as influencers. You go somewhere, you shoot content, and you mention them. Senior. They were like, nope, you come, we'll pay you 20K a month, and you'll train whoever we want you to train. I was like, yeah, you work there. You literally are working there. I was like, no, that's not, because to me, that 20K, I'm making it from one client. You want to pay me that for the whole month to train unlimited amount of people. I was like, it's not going to work. So I realized if I do it myself, I'll be able to make the money that I require to make to sustain my lifestyle. So yeah, I decided to go to Uhuru Park. Literally, I was training my first client with a towel. And I told her, please, just believe in me. There's ways I can work around it. You actually don't need a gym for you to reach your goal. Just be my test dummy for this project. And when I started training them, what I was doing was I was taking before pictures and then after pictures. And I post them up online. And wait, what the hell? How is this?
Why were you training in the Uhuru Park? Was it about the facilities? You couldn't get them at that particular point?
Yeah, because at that time, like I said, gyms weren't allowing me to jump on board. At this time, I was what? I was 23. I can't afford a gym, So it's not something that I can be like, okay, gyms have refused to take me on. Let me go start my own gym. I don't have the capital, right? I don't have the facilities for that, big man. But yeah, so I just decided the cheapest place. So yeah, the cheapest place was Uhuru Park because it's a park that's free, that I can meet someone there and be able to train them a quick hour, and I'm out.
Clients willing to pay.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like literally, that's why I'm telling you. It's mind blowing when I think about it. Because I'm like, imagine someone coming to you and convincing you to train in Uhuru Park, right? For you to reach your goal when you can actually go to a gym. It's insane. I literally don't know how I did that. But I convinced this individual to just trust me. And what happened was, like the first check I got, I sent that money straight to UK. My sister lives there. I sent it straight to her. I told her, buy me this, and that. So I was just getting like equipment, which I can use to train outdoor. When she was coming to visit, she came with all the stuff. Then I upgraded my arsenal of training stuff.
So when you are training there at Uhuru Park, you only had one client.
At that time, I started off with one, then I went to 3 in different locations. Yeah, so one was there, another one was in Lavington. Then I had a home client, home training client.
Okay, but first, I can ask, why is it that you preferred Uhuru Park than maybe training a person at their home?
It was closest for me, and then for them, because they worked in town. So it was easier for them. It was the only place. Yeah, it was the only place. Because where they lived was far out, and I couldn't go there. Because, again, I didn't even have a car. So, like, moving around wasn't that straightforward. Yeah.
How was your parents taking all these things? You're just from UK, you did your masters, and now you're back training people at Uhuru Park, it's insane.
Yeah. So, I remember, my mom used to tell me, hey, you can't have a master's in international business management and you're, just training people at Uhuru Park and stuff like that. Then I'm like, okay, just gym it as a business, right? And I'm managing it, right? And I want to take it international, right? So I'm actually doing what I did in my master's. But she never really understood, what I'm trying to do. What she wanted to do was she preferred me to get a job, like a 9-to-5 normal job. I had a whole bunch of family friends who tell me, hey, we can get you this job. It's going to pay you like 250K a month. I'm just like, if I get a job, that's the quickest way to kill my dream because you get comfortable. Each month there's a check coming in. Why would I go and train someone after my shift is over? Why? I do 9 to 5 and then 6 to 8 I start training people. It doesn't make sense. For me, myself, getting those jobs was not hard. I was overqualified, if you can say that, right? But I knew it was going to stunt my growth and my vision. So I said, I'd rather struggle now, but there's something that's coming for me. And I just had to put my foot down and just say, look, you guys, I had to tell my family, look, relax. I believe in this vision, and one day you guys are going to tell me. I remember the day where it shifted was we went to my sister's wedding back in the UK, and the whole family, everyone was there, and we're walking in town. This is Manchester, and some guy just goes, yo, Frankie, just gym it. Literally, everyone just froze. My whole family froze and just turns like, you know that guy? I'm like, I don't know that guy. How does he know you? I'm like, I told you, I'm on social media now. Like, what?
So by then you were pushing really hard on
I
social
was
media.
pushing. It was crazy. Like, I'm in UK and someone is recognizing me. Someone who's in Kenya. It was, I could see the change in them. That's when they realized, okay, let him do his thing. They stopped pushing me after that. Like, you have to do this. You have, nah, nah, nah. They were like, okay, we get it now.
Okay. Now you got the equipment. When did clients start coming in?
Um, funny enough, clients started coming in when I started posting topless pics. So literally after that, there was a point where I was like, okay, I need to also showcase myself. Because before what I was doing was I was showcasing a lot of my clients. I never used to post a lot on myself. So I decided, okay, let me now start, showcasing myself. So I would post myself, topless and stuff like that. And then people used to that's when now the followers started flowing in. Will come in and come in and come in, and people be like, "Yo, can we train? Can we train? Can we train?" But I think it was probably like I started when 2014, so we can say maybe like 2016, 17. That's when now like I started getting good amount of clients that were flowing in, and then it was around like 2015 when I got my first big gig with Safaricom. We did something for the 4G. That was my first big check. That was an amazing experience. I have the LPO framed and everything.
You've also worked with other clients. I've seen Tusker and,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and many
Yeah,
more.
yeah.
When did the deals start coming when you got the Safaricom one?
Yeah, so when I got the Safaricom one, that was the first big deal. And then what happened after that was I noticed that the more I continue creating my content and posting, I'm doing things which are boxing me in a certain category or a certain industry. And I didn't want that. I wanted to control the industry, not the industry to control me. And I realized that if anyone needed anything fitness, they'd come to me. But what I wanted was, if I wanted to put anything fitness into a corporate, I should be the one to go to them. So I started creating content which tied with different brands, right? So, for example, if you look at this content which I did based around Durex, right? Durex can never approach me if I don't create that content, because they look at me and they say, he's a fitness guy, we're not doing fitness content. But sexual health is still part of health, right? So you have to look for ways to create content that ties into that. I mean, even EABL right now, EABL is an alcoholic brand, right? I'm a fitness brand. But there's ways which you can work around it. Responsible drinking. Drink better, not more. So there's Tusker Light as well. The calories are a bit more different to other beers. So there's ways where you can tap into industries where you think that can't go.
So you believe in getting those deals yourself than waiting for them to come to you?
As a content creator, I think that's the best advice I can give. The best thing to do is your social media is your portfolio. You know the way models have a portfolio and they have to take it to, the agencies, and they show them, hey, I did this mugshot, I did this picture, I did this type of shot. So you need that. You need a portfolio so that when someone looks at your content, they know where they can tie themselves into. If you don't have that and you just tell someone, hey, believe me, I can do this for you, where's the proof? You have to have proof. So that's why you have to collaborate with other influencers to create different types of content. So if you don't do that, you're literally shelving yourself into a certain category, because that's all they'll see you. I'm a fitness person within the fitness industry, but I touch on so many other industries that are not fitness related.
There was a time we saw a photo of you, okay, umeshika apracus.
Yeah, yes, yes,
I
yes,
don't know
yes.
whether whether it's in town or where it was. And
Langata Road.
Langata Road, you are
Uh,
asking people whether they are happy
yes.
about their health, right?
No, it
Uh,
was look at your stomach. Look at your stomach. Are you proud? Are you happy?
Exactly. And it can let a lot of discussion. There's some people who felt
Yeah.
like you're trying to, what is it called?
Bash.
To
Fat
body,
shame.
yeah,
Body
body shame
shame.
people.
Yeah.
Where did you get that inspiration? Why did you come up with such a thing? And in Kenya, when you talk about stomach, where people can feel like you're
Everyone is
trying to
just jumping
body
on it.
shame them.
Yeah. So that was okay. Let me not lie. Initially, it was the least thought out content I've ever done. Right? I needed something that can put out a statement, and then I also needed something that I can be able to just tell guys that if you're not comfortable with something, do something about it, right? So I thought, okay, what can I actually do? If I just post a picture of myself and write on the caption, it's not gonna get that traction that I want. So I'm like, okay, um, what can I do that is, like a wow factor? So I had a cardboard at home. I do meal prep, so I was like, okay, I'll use this cardboard for it. Boom, boom, boom. Wrote real quick. Stepped outside. Went onto the Langata Road, and I lifted the placard. Now even the guys who were the oncoming traffic, they were hooting. Guys were waving because obviously they recognize me, and then they're reading the board. So guys were just laughing about it, literally as they're driving. You can see their facial expressions. I didn't even think anything of it. I went, posted it real quick, and I went on with my day. Literally, like 40 minutes later, I'm seeing the photos like on 5,000, 7,000 likes. I'm like, what the hell? Discussion, comments all the way down. And I was like, oh, okay, this is getting a lot of traction. But what people forget is to read the caption. People just see the statement, and then, once it's taken, posted onto Twitter, whoever posts it controls the narrative, because whatever they write is what people will take it as. So if someone says this guy is insulting women, that's the narrative that will be pushed. But if they take that and they take my caption, they'll understand what I'm trying to say, because my caption was actually breaking down ways of how you can actually work on your stomach if you're not comfortable with your stomach. They made it a thing that was targeted towards women. And I was like, where did I mention women? Exactly. Everyone has a stomach. So if you want to do something about it, there's ways you can do something about it, right? But people didn't really understand that. So they were just like gunning, gunning, and gunning. And once something has that free fall effect, it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. It was so big, like guys outside of Kenya were commenting on it. This was on American pages, it was on UK pages, it was on literally everywhere.
How did you feel, like a person who you're very passionate about fitness, seeing people misinterpreting or yani walichukulia vile wanataka? How did you feel?
It showed me how behind we are when it comes to looking at our health, how reluctant we are to changing things that are easily changeable, right? We're literally on the borderline of becoming a country full of people with obesity, with high blood pressure. We're on the borderline of that because a lot of Western things are coming in, fast food markets and stuff like that. So this is the time to actually do something about it. And an actual fact of the matter is, when COVID came, what was the cure? Your health. Like literally your own immune system was the cure. So you actually have to look at yourself and say, okay, I understand that maybe the message came out a little bit harsh, but he is talking to me. Let me do something about it. Let me start eating clean. Let me start, taking a walk every now and then. Let me start, playing with my kids more often so I can, because people go to the park with their kids, or wamekaa tu kwa couch, or wamekaa kwa bench, they're just watching their kids play. How about you go run with them? That in itself is cardio. That's something you're keeping active. So, but I saw an opportunity there, and I was like, okay, guys, threw a fit because of this. I'll lean into it. And I went and I dropped another one about the slimming tea. And I dropped another one. And I did a campaign about it. I did something with Philips. Literally, it became a thing. Like, it became a thing where I was like, double down on it, double down. If you don't feel comfortable, shauri yako, do something about it.
Talking of slimming tea, in Kenya, tunaonanga every now and then, lazima utaona hizi adverts za slimming tea. And some people feel like, hizi vitu, they don't actually work. Others say they worked for them. Would you say it's a shortcut? Ama, is it slimming tea? What can you say about it?
It is a shortcut. But with anything that's easy and quick, there's consequences to it. What it does is it just literally, it's a laxative. Just helps you go to the toilet a lot. You go to the toilet, you drain your body of all the fluids to a point where now it's not healthy. Yeah, you've lost weight, but what weight is it? Is it fat? No, it's water weight. So when you step on the scale, one on a 5 kgs imetoka, but if you go back to eating normal and drinking water properly, your body consumes that and it goes back to normal. Because at the end of the day, your body is 75% water. So you need you need the fluids within your muscles, within your brain, within everywhere. So, and there are people who've actually had like issues with the slimming teas. Now they can't go to the toilet normal. Yeah, nikuhara tu every now and then. So, I mean, is it worth it just to lose a couple of kgs when you can just discipline yourself, get a gym partner, and go work out, eat clean, right? Just eating clean doesn't mean unakula mboga and carrots every day. It just means you're controlling your portions. I eat whatever.
Unaikulanga vegetable.
That's the thing. You can eat anything. If you see my content, you'll just see me eating burgers, utaniona nikikula fries, utaniona nikikula, but that's not my staple. It's not my everyday meal. Yeah? So I only just show the good stuff, the luxuries on social media. But there are things which I have to do in order for me to stay in shape. Otherwise, I'd be out of shape. So it's all about portion control with anything. Make sure you enjoy your life, because at the end of the day, you only have one. So then when you're 90, you're like, man, I wish I had that beer back in Sujini. No, have that beer. But no, you have to. With every cause, there's an opposite to it. So ukifanya hii, lazima hii ifanyike. Yeah.
Let's talk about this thing. It's been happening a lot. We've talked about stomach, and also tumekuwa tukiona, especially with Kenya, a few celebrities, they opt to go for, what is it called, liposuction. Yeah. Is it a permanent solution?
It's not. And that's the sad part about it. Let me tell you, anything that's a shortcut, there's always consequences to it. The consequence could be maybe your stomach muscles become weaker, all right? They become weaker because they have to cut through you, suck out things out of you. That's not natural. It's not normal. You might have to deal with loose skin if they don't, tuck it in. You might have scarring. If you're okay with that, sour. At the end of the day, also, you haven't built discipline. What you've done is you've removed something. But mentally, food can cause a mental illness. There's a mental illness aspect when it comes to food. You can actually be addicted to food. So it's not about how you look. It's what's your relationship with food. Are you constantly thinking about food? That's also another placard which I put up. Thinking about food all the time is not healthy, right? Because if you think about food all the time, it means it's controlling you. It's controlling you all the time. You should be able to be in control of everything that you do, including what you consume. So, have you gotten rid of that mental barrier, the mental battle that you have with food? Have you gotten rid of that? No, you haven't. What you've done is you've just used the quick shortcut route. You've removed it. Okay, sour then. So you're going to go back to eat. See, weight is going to come back because that's a natural reaction. You eat, you save, you store, you grow fat. Storing fat, your body is designed for survival. Your body is not designed to have six-pack abs and look sexy. It does not care about that. It actually fights you. It fights you to not lose that fat. That's why you find it hard to lose fat. Because your body is like, hey, no, we need this fat ndio to survive. Tukijipata kwa desert, hii ndio tutakula. Now you're shredded, you're no fat, nothing, just abs. You're worse off in terms of body survival in such situations, right? Your body's built for survival. Yes, of course, you're healthier, but it's built for survival. So if you put yourself in a state where you're just removing the fat, not naturally, you haven't built that discipline and you haven't changed the mechanics of your body to maintain that fat loss. Because your metabolism, bado iko chini. So even storing, it's still going to store. Yeah. So first, it's a mental thing. The more muscle you have, the higher your metabolism. So work on that. Build a little bit of muscle. Once you build that muscle, your metabolism increases. Your metabolism increases, you're able to burn fat. And that's why I was telling you earlier, I'm like a furnace. I'm constantly eating, but I'm constantly burning because I've put on muscle. I've put on size. That muscle itself is what, think of it like Toyota, a normal Toyota car, and a Ferrari. Which one has a bigger engine? Ferrari has a bigger engine, so it needs more fuel. Toyota doesn't have a big engine, so it doesn't need that much fuel. Even when you're saying you don't feel like eating, it's because you're in a state where you haven't built that muscle, where your body is like, what? Yeah, I need fuel. And you're young now, you're 22. But the more you're in that state, the little that you give your body, the more it saves. The more it saves. The little that you give it, the more it saves, and it saves. And you'll just find yourself like in your 30s, 40s, and you're like, we, aka kapoti kalitokea wapi? You know? So at a young age, of course, you're at your prime, so things are moving the way you want it to move. You hit a certain age, you're like, my body's not reacting the way it used to. What's wrong? And then that's when people start wanting to do something about it. Either that, or they get an illness that the doctor's like, hey, this is a lifestyle disease. Meaning it was avoidable. It's very avoidable. You're getting diabetes. You're getting high blood pressure. Those are illnesses that you shouldn't be getting unless you're born with diabetes, then that's understandable. But type 2 diabetes, that's a lifestyle choice.
Comparing what you do and what are probably the 9-to-5 job, how can you say about it? Do you enjoy much what you're doing comparing to you going back to getting employed or something?
First of all, I've never been employed. Yeah. So it's kind of hard to compare the two because I've never been employed. So, but for me, I've always been the type of person I'd rather struggle and then make it. Because I know hata struggle sasa na ni get 1,000 bob. You need 1,000 bob I've worked for myself. But if I go work for someone and then anipatia 1,000 bob, ain't a jam.
Talking of struggling, Frankie, yeah. I must ask this one. There's some people in the internet who believe that you've come from a well-off family. Yeah. So maybe hata wakisikia story watasema, Frankie, tuache kwa wako na do.
Well, yeah, of course, I've come from, I went to school in the UK and stuff like that. But struggling is different. Struggling is different. I understand there are people who are in the trenches, super trenches. I've never been in the trenches. I mean, I'm privileged enough to have had a very good childhood, traveled all sorts of countries. But in terms of, by struggling, I mean doing something for myself, not having to be spoon-fed by my folks. That's what I'm talking about, struggling. Because a lot of people don't want to build something, who are in my position, don't want to build something for themselves. It's given. It's given. It's like, okay, my family has this company, it's handed down to me, I hand it down to my kids and whatever. No, it's more like, this is what I want to do that's totally left field from what they're doing. So I have to believe in myself and do it myself. Not asking for capital. There was no capital that was asked for. There was literally nothing. I did that all by myself because I wanted to feel like I've owned it. I've done it myself. And if I do it myself, I value it more. I value it more. So, yeah, obviously there's a difference between struggle, mtu ametoka, down, and then the struggle of I'm doing something for myself. Yes, I can get that help if I wanted to. It's not hard. I can just ask. But I'd rather do it myself. Yeah.
Tukimalizia Frankie, let's talk a little bit about fatherhood.
Yes.
How has it been? You're a dad now, a dad to a girl and also boys.
Yeah. So I think fatherhood has been the number one contributor to my my drive. Literally, every single time that I'll get that news that baby on the way, that's like a kick up the ass. It's like, yo, now it's time to get serious. Let's do this. Let's do that. So for me, it's been such an enjoyable, motivational period. And it's something that I cherish and I value. It's taught me so many different things in terms of being able to understand, first of all, our folks. Because, hey, to me, some our parents, me especially, I know I've been crazy at a young age. So when I first, had my firstborn, I realized like this is a whole totally different feeling when it comes to understanding a human being. Like the love that you have for your, boyfriend, girlfriend, it does not compare to this. It's not even the same as the love that you have for your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister. It's different. It's like, it's such a weird feeling. It's literally your heart outside, walking around. It's more of fear rather than, so you're just constantly worried what's happening to this other person, what are they doing right now. It's a overprotective type of feeling. I've never felt that before until I had my firstborn. So it's a great experience. Just taking it one day at a time.
Now that you have a girl, how is it? You used to have boys.
Yeah. Again, now I feel like I'm back to day one. Baby number one, because it's a whole new thing that I have to learn. Because having 3 boys, the first one, of course, it's a new thing. The second one, tumeshapitia. The third one that's the one who gets all the injuries, gets everything, and you just tell them, you'll learn. Because you're used to, you just know, akikulei, he's okay. Akifanya hivi, he's okay. Akianguka umize magoti, he's okay. But the first one, as soon as he puts even grass in his mouth, you're running to the hospital, But you learn with time. Now, with the daughter, it's different. Because daughters are totally different to boys. They're not as rough and, jumpy as them. Boys are, I feel like they're a bit more noisy and less calm. Girls are just like very calm. So you can be like, hey, amenyamaza hivyo kwani ni mgonjwa or something, but she's just a girl, she's just a lady, Boys are ratchet. Yeah, and the other things when even like changing a diaper, I have to relearn that because you change a girl badly, she gets an infection. You know, a boy, you can, you just wipe a raka raka and they're good. But a girl also, the frequency of changing them has to be also higher. Again, you don't want that to sit there for long. So there's so many other things which you're learning, and there are things which I'm also going to learn after when she now grows up and becomes a girl, a big girl, and it's just it's an experience that I'm excited for. Yeah.
Okay. And will you maybe in the future when your kids are big, make them aware about fitness?
Oh, they're already aware right now. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Anywhere we go, just like I was. There was a time which when Tai Tai, that's my third born, was about to start winning. I wrote a whole meal plan for him, how he's going to be eating, the portion sizes, what calories are going to be around that, literally everything. Wrote it down, stuck it on the fridge. I told him this is what this boy is going to be consuming. But obviously they don't want to follow my rules. But
Actually coming there, how are you ensuring that they will follow the
That's the
rules?
thing, yeah.
Sometimes you're not there.
yeah, she was just like, I wait, watch out, Toto Akule. But for me, I'd prefer if he can have like a little bit of structure because these are the things which are going to, at an early age, up until 11, that's when you're building those the fat cells, and those fat cells they don't disappear. Once you've put on those fat cells, they're there for life. So it's working and managing around those fat cells. They can reduce, they can increase, but they can't disappear. So my aim is to just like create, this perfect specimen, a proper fitness, athletic, built individual. Yeah, that's what I want for my kids. I don't know what people want for theirs, but that's what I'd like for my kids. Yeah.
On to our last question. There was a time you shared your third born.
Yeah.
He was undergoing a surgery. I'm not really sure about it. I would like us to talk about it.
Adenoids. That's actually another reason why I was very strict with what he has to eat, because certain things were causing the adenoids to flare up. Sugary things, sodas, biscuits, and stuff like that. Milk as well. We actually just found out he's allergic to milk. So that makes his nose run like crazy. So those were the things which also caused me to, fix his diet properly. But yeah, we had that surgery done. It was a while back, huh? No, it wasn't a while back. It was late last year. Yeah, in December. So we had that surgery. It went well. Adenoids is something I feel like came from my side of the family because my brother had it, my sister had it, I had it. I was removed adenoids twice. My niece on my brother's side has it. Like pretty much everyone in my side has had it. My firstborn had it, but his was controlled. My secondborn had it. We had to do surgery. And then Taita had it. We had to do surgery as well. I really hope Coco doesn't have it because it's not something that's nice to go through as a parent. Because you actually hear your child pretty much not breathing. Because at night they can be breathing, snoring, and then they just stop. And then after like 10, 15 seconds, then they come back. So it's scary. It's very scary.
Before you guys came out and shared what he was going through, at some point people could talk in the comment section, tell you why is it that every time this kid akona kama kamasi nini. How are you feeling knowing that this kid is going through something that you guys don't know?
But you see, that's what social media is about. It's kind of hard to try control what everyone thinks because at the end of the day, they come up with assumptions based on what you've posted. And you can't explain everything because you'll be explaining your whole life every single day. So obviously it feels the type of way because that's my kid you're talking about. So I just have two options. Either I ignore it or I block you. It depends on, so I actually have a scale of where you fall under. I can either block you or I delete your comment. So if I feel a type of way, maybe you caught me on a bad day, bye, I block you. If maybe I was just in a good mood and I was just like whatever, I just delete your comment. Yeah, so I don't know. I never take anything social media to heart. I never.
How is he doing right now after the surgery?
Oh, it's good. He's doing quite well. Now he can breathe through his nose. He can close his mouth and breathe through. You know, he could only breathe through his mouth. Yeah, but now he can close his mouth and, you know, breathe through his nose. He's way more energetic because that's another thing. They get really tired because imagine going a whole day breathing through your mouth. It's literally like having a Homa 24/7, blocked nose 24/7. So it's hard. The child gets tired a lot. But now he's way more playful because he has, you know, plenty of air going into his lungs and circulating throughout his body. So yeah, he's doing way better now. Milk is probably the only issue at the moment. So when he takes like things which have dairy in it, you can see his nose starts running. So we stop. Yeah.
Frank, someone probably would like to reach out to you maybe when it comes to nutrition or fitness. How can they get you?
They can just jump onto Instagram. Instagram is Frankie_just then if they want like, you know, just free information, YouTube. YouTube, I post a lot of workouts. There's a lot of workouts there. There's a lot of meal prep videos. And I've segmented it in a way that you can actually check out different things. So just based on whatever you want to do, you can find it there. I have content based around if you want to run a marathon, you have that there. If you want a meal prep for yourself, you have that there. If you want to workout programs, we have that there. If you just want to watch vlogs and have fun, we have that there. Yeah.
What would you tell your fans?
Oh my God, I love you guys. You're so awesome. But yeah, no, I just have to say, without them, I wouldn't be here, of course. So if you ever catch me outside, just say what's up. I find a lot of people are so shy to say what's up. They either stare or they come later on DMs and say, oh, I saw you today. I was afraid to say. I'm like, why didn't you just say what's up? I'm not going to bite you. So if you see me out there, just say what's up. We take a photo. I enjoy it. I love it. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Frank. We really appreciate for your time. And in case, guys, you're watching this video, remember to subscribe. We meet in the next video.
Boom.